Welcome back to Conversations on Deck, and today is Cheers Thursday, folks. I hope you've had a good week. Yesterday was Hump Day. It was also first day of school here in Anchorage, Alaska. At my school, we had our first day. At my wife and my daughter's school, they had their first day. A lot of excited kids, a lot of excited teachers, and boy, worn out this morning. And we're going to go right back at it, folks. And I thought one of the best ways to go at it is to, of course, talk about the Boston Red Sox. Some of my favorite things. Wally the Green Monster, one of my favorite guys. I mean, look at Wally. And I love that custom card that my nephew Richard, he goes by Ringo to some, and just love it. And that's kind of like, I think, the joy of baseball and the joy of the hobby is you can feel like you're a kid again. I used to read this book to my kids if I were a Boston Red Sox, and it was so much fun as a kid when they see Dad's face as a Boston Red Sox. I will tell you, it worked 50%. My son Levi, he's a Mariners fan, which we love the Mariners in this house. And then my daughter Libby, it definitely worked. She's a Red Sox fan. You know what? I just love the hobby. I love all the teams, love all the players. Yes, there are Yankee players that Conversations on Deck absolutely loves. One of my favorite Red Sox guys is this guy right here, Dwight Evans. He was an amazing ball player in the 80s. I was just talking with my friends, Steve. Shout out to you, Steve. Chris, shout out to you in Cincinnati, and Sean in California. And we were trying to piece together a story. We actually went to Fenway Park as a 7th and 8th grade trip with the little Catholic school. St. Joe's no longer exists, that we went to in upstate New York. And Steve remembers vividly, we were close on the first base line, and we saw Dwight Evans play. We saw Jim Rice play. We saw the great Carl Yastrzemski play. And what a time it was for us. We were all 13 years old. We got to go to Quincy Market, hang around the city. Unfortunately, because we had to get back to New York, we didn't see the whole game. What a bummer. But at that time, Wally the Green Monster had not made an appearance. You know, Wally first went to Fenway back in 1912 to see the great Babe Ruth. I'm not that old. And then because he's a monster, he was scared of scaring people. Well, Wally finally made his official appearance on April 13th, 1997. And sadly, he wasn't well received by the hometown crowd. Can you believe that? Yeah, I can. You know, I'm the youngest of 10 kids. I think there is a possibility that when I came along, not all the siblings were excited because they saw me and they saw how handsome I was as a little baby. They realized, oh no, he's going to be mom and dad's favorite. Oh no, he's going to get all the attention. Oh no, I got to change his diapers. Well, you know what? All that's true. No, it's not. My parents loved all of us. Great parents, great siblings. But Wally has rubbed off in a positive way on Red Sox Nation. He is a fan favorite. I mean, how could he not? He was named after the Green Monster, the epic 37-foot, 2-inch tall left field wall. I mean, Wally even has a book, The Legend of Wally the Green Monster. I mean, Wally even has the plushy head home run celebration that Jaron Duran thought up as something that would be kind of awesome tradition for when they hit home runs. Now, I would imagine putting on that head after taking your helmet off, there's a lot of sweat and stink built up in that Wally plushy head. But who cares? I mean, when you're hitting bombs, you get to wear that sucker, home and away. It is so much fun. I mean, Wilson Contreras, he's worn it 25 times. Wilyer Abreu has won it 22 times. And we're praying that we see Wally's plushy head a lot more this season. And who can forget that epic? This is, Sports Center 2007, where they've got Jorge Posada and Big Papi and some guy interviewing him, and they're messing around with Jorge's hat, and Papi's basically saying, why is it so flat? Why is it so stiff? And Jorge's like, well, I wear my helmet. And so Papi's kind of breaking it in for him. And then, a lot of times when you break in the bill of the hat, you pop it on your head and see how it works. Right as Papi did that, Wally's coming around the corner, sees it, drops what he's carrying, and he's like, in his head, because Wally's not talking like us. And then Papi's like, Wally, it's not what you think. And then Wally walks on. One of the best commercials ever. Well, I think one of the best ball players for the Boston Red Sox is this guy right here, Dwight Evans. What a career he had with the Boston Red Sox. 19 of his 20 years he played with the Sox. And 1983, he was 31 years old. He played in 126 games. He had 112 hits, 19 doubles, 22 homers, 58 ribbies, 70 walks, 97 Ks. Now, it wasn't his great batting average, 238, but he was a Gold Glover time and time again. 83, he was a Gold Glover. He had a rocket of an arm. And here's a little Dewey wisdom to close out this video today. And here's what he said about his career. Quote, I'm very grateful for the position I was put in life, and I think I ran the race really well, end quote. You might not know this about Dwight Evans, but he and his wife, very strong Christian people and very devout. And he knows, in that quote, he knows he was given a gift from God, and he used it very well. And sadly, he and his wife lost both of their boys fairly close to each other in 2019 and then 2020. And their boys were in their 40s from neurofibromatosis, or NF. It's a rare genetic disease. But Dewey and his wife loved their boys. And sadly, they lost their boys. But you see that smile on his face? Dewey knows exactly where his boys are, and he knows where his eternal destination is as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit like if you liked it. If you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe button. Send this to somebody or tell somebody about these videos. And cheers to you. Cheers to all you Red Sox fans out there. Cheers to Wally the Green Monster. Cheers to Dewey Evans. Cheers to, everybody in the hobby. Cheers to you if you've already had your Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or coffee or whatever gets you going in the morning. Cheers to all the teachers out there. That includes my wife and my daughter and my staff. Cheers to all the kids out there. I hope you have a great school year. See you later, folks.